This is pretty beautiful, remote. This is what we had signed up for. Okay, Big Creek Campground, all cleaned up and ready to go. And we're going to try this off-road route to Eureka. There's our hosts. They have a Harley trike there, and they are heading down to Sturgis next week. This is pretty beautiful. You can see that's Huckleberry Mountain, I think. I'm guessing there's going to be some traffic along here. I originally scoped this route when I was going to do my Utah trip on my Africa Twin. But at the last minute I switched to the BMW, which is a road bike, so I didn't end up coming down here. But according to my research, the road's not too bad. One of the things I love about OnX is that it's made for motorsports enthusiasts. OnX has off-road trail guides who are out scoping routes and rating them, and then users can comment on the route. So you're never alone in exploring. This part of the route is rated 1 out of 10. And as you can see, you could drive this in a regular car. It's a pretty straightforward route. It's great to know that this is something you could ride as a beginner. And for me, with an injured shoulder, I wanted to be sure it wouldn't be too difficult. The next section, which heads over to Grave Creek, is rated as 3 out of 10, so that's still in the easy category. If you're interested in OnX, I have a link below in my show notes. If you subscribe, I get a small commission, and you get full access to the best off-road mapping app. So the plan for today is to head over to Eureka, and then when we get a better cell service, we're going to look more closely at the maps for the section on the other side of Koocanusa Lake, which Matthew had scoped out previously. Somebody has created a route through there. We're not quite sure where it goes because we couldn't see all the roads yesterday without service. Our focus before we got to Big Creek Campground was just to figure out where we're going to go for the night. Look at that, that's the Rocky Mountains up there. That's Canada. Beautiful. Pole Bridge. That's the Pole Bridge access. Okay, that is an abandoned vehicle. Bicycles. I just want to check the map. So we're on this road for, I don't know, not that much further. You know, it's probably more than 10K. And then we're going to go on 114. Looks like good moose territory. Alright, things are going to get more interesting now. And if this continues like this, that's no problem, but we'll see how it goes through. I think it's going to be good. I wouldn't have chosen it if I thought it was going to be rough like some of the other sections we've gone through. Nice cabin. That's remote. Car coming the other direction. No, motorcycle. There we go, eh? There we go. Africa Twin. $13.04 narrow bridge. This is pretty beautiful, remote. This is what we had signed up for. Yeah, I can see why this might be a 3. So it's more challenging. It's not that hard. Just knock on wood. Don't want to spoil things. Bits of loose gravel here and there. Not stuff I'm used to riding. Yeah, I'm glad we didn't do this last night. It would have been dark by the time we got here. What time is it now? 12:25. Yeah, we've been gone the road for more than an hour. No, we're still going up. 14:04. There's Koocanusa Campground. Bicycle. We are in the mountains. $15.29. How high do we go? 1590. Here's the part that we don't like. Can't really take in the sights here. Okay, so I think this is where the road gets much better. It's a little loosey-goosey here. More cyclists. Gotta be very intrepid to ride through that pass, I'll tell you. That would be something I would have done when I was younger, or thought about doing. We're back to Highway 93. We'll go up to Eureka, have a coffee or lunch, and think about our next step. Heading a little bit into the unknown. We're going to cross the Koocanusa Lake, Lake Koocanusa, I think it's Lake Koocanusa, on a dam, and then head into what looks like a reasonably nice forest road. Matthew's bike is heating up a little bit. He's having some trouble with overheating, which especially seems to occur at low speed. So anyways, I think we have a plan. Lots of campsites over the other side. So that's what's happening up here. Oh, they're just fixing the road. Jeez, what a mess. That could use a flag crew, I would think. Stopped at Jack's Cafe for lunch. Second time I've been to Jack's Cafe. It's J-A-X Cafe in Eureka, Montana. So, thank you, Jax, for a lovely lunch. Got some vegetables in me, finally. Had a salad. Usually when I'm out on trips, it's like burger and chips. But after a week with, I think we've had 2 tomatoes between us in the week. Had to choose something a little more conducive to gut health. I camped along here last September. Well, there's the bridge we're going to cross. Nice. I camped along here last September, and I remember going down to the water, but I don't remember if I actually went in. I think I might have. Yeah, it was a boat launch. It wasn't conducive to swimming. Kootenay Bridge ahead. Okay, good. That's what I want. Kootenay Bridge. That is an interesting bridge. There's somebody coming across, so is it? Oh yeah, it's wide enough for 2 vehicles. Wow, look at this. Green water. Bullet holes in the yield sign. Welcome to Montana. Really hard to tell on the map what kind of road this was going to be. You know, like we weren't sure if it's going to be, you know, I wasn't really expecting paved, but we thought it might be unpaved, but it could have been single track or something. At Jack's Cafe they said, oh yeah, that's the old highway, and this is what it looks like. Local knowledge. But this is pretty amazing. If it goes through all the way through like this, you know, this is a road that any motorcycle could ride on. Ride it on your Gold Wing. But look, wood chips on the road, so it's caution is advised. I think some people like to come up here and go fast. one is coming around the corner for oncoming traffic, and the other is coming around the corner and being too close to the edge, and there's a deer there. Now this was a good choice. I never knew this road existed. I always assumed that whatever was through here was going to be at least a gravel road, paved road all the way through. I don't know where it goes. Oh yeah, this comes out just, I think, this goes all the way through to almost Bonner's Ferry. It doesn't really seem to be maintained. They're not trimming back the bushes that are overgrowing it, but if there's anything that's fallen, it's been cleaned up. So we could easily make Highway 2 today if we wanted to. Coming out on the summit up here or something. And this was there's a time when this was the main road. The other road is much more direct. Look at this. See, there's a stick that hasn't been cleaned up. $17.86. So we came up quite high from where we were. We were down below 1,000, I think, at Eureka. If a camper like that can do it, I can do it. Oh, look at that. No fires. In fact, it doesn't look like there's been a fire through there for a while. Nice. Okay, we're on Yak River Road now. Now there's a campground coming up, so I'm going to check with how Matthew feels about stopping. 3:43, it's just before 4 o'clock. We haven't come that far in the afternoon, but that is Boulder Basin Creek Road. Troy 58. Okay. $58 miles. That's a ways. So if we staying on this road, the next one is Pete Creek, yeah. I wouldn't mind having a shorter day. Sounds like the creek is over there, which is too bad. But it'd be nice if the creek was and the campground were together. But we could go in here and take a look. If it doesn't appeal, then we don't have to commit.